time and temperature, brought to you by your local Honda dealer.
We have the wedge set up this week, which means a big variety of temperatures from highs in the 40s all the way to the 70s, and also cloudy skies and some on and off chances of rain. I'll have all the details coming up. Right now on News Channel 6 at 11, another historic site at risk in Augusta, what the future could hold for the Dias Park Fire Station. Also ahead, hurricane lane recovery continues in Louisville. We'll have an update on their progress. And a temporary pause on new apartment complexes in North Augusta. We'll have the details as News at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, I'm Isabella Moody. Thank you for joining us. Coverage and countdown begins as another historic building in Augusta could be coming down. It's the old fire station at Dias Park. The building dates from 1890 and was the first fire hall built by the city. Developers have submitted plans to repurpose the building as part of to renovate the park, but the city has rejected the proposal to restore the old fire station because of the cost.
I think at this point, it's time to do what we know is best. That building is, a community center that we don't have the money to maintain. And of course, we're going to always be open to hear, folks' opinions, but ultimately, it's time to move forward on Dias Park.
Last week, the owner of the Old First Baptist Church on Green Street applied to have that building torn down. A commission committee is scheduled to debate the fire station's future at a meeting Tuesday. A big change could be coming to apartment development in North Augusta. City Council has approved a 2.5-year pause on new standalone multifamily apartments. This does not affect duplexes, triplexes, approved projects, or apartments and mixed-use developments. Supporters say the move would give city leaders time to plan ahead and make sure infrastructure can keep up.
It definitely has grown a lot over the last few years, and the traffic, especially on Martintown Road, is definitely getting busier. I think it could be good to give this area a chance to just catch up and maybe extend some routes around town.
If given final approval, the pause is expected to last through mid-2027. Time now for a first check of the weather. Here's Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Tracci.
Well, it was a much cooler day today by a whole 20 degrees or so, and right now on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam, it's a chilly and cloudy night, but we are dry for now. This is a look over in Aiken. Today's almanac shows that we had a high of 68, and you're probably wondering, when on earth did it feel like 68 degrees today? Well, that happened at midnight when you were most likely sleeping, and then it went cooler from that point on. So our high temperature actually came around the time our low temperature would actually hit, and our low temperature of 56 came in the afternoon. So they were in reverse today. So this afternoon it was in the 50s, at least for Augusta. Some places actually did get into the 70s, while other places in the CSRA only topped off around 50 degrees. Nonetheless, it is cooler for everyone tonight compared to the last 24 hours. A whole 20 degrees cooler in both Augusta and Aiken, and that's putting our temperatures in the upper 40s right now. Augusta at 49, 48 in Thompson, Millen and Louisville at 51, Aiken, you're at 46, Wrightsville still in those low 50s, and 51 in Waynesboro. Dew points are still pretty low tonight, though, upper 30s through low 40s, so once again, no rain at this time. We have a lot of dry air in place due to high pressure overhead, driving in a northeast wind with that cooler and dry air. So winds are a little bit breezy this evening, 13 miles per hour sustained in Augusta, 11 in Aiken, and our satellite and radar is showing a blanket of cloud cover across the area. Notice some spots of drizzle trying to pop up here and there, but other than that, it is dry, and it will stay dry over the next couple of hours. We do have this batch of rain to the north of us, though, across a good portion of Tennessee, and even some wintry mix along the border of Oklahoma and Arkansas, all part of this stalled frontal boundary. So we do have some moisture moving into the area. I am expecting a few light showers early tomorrow morning, as temperatures will be chilly in the low 40s. Now, we're warming up only to the low 50s tomorrow afternoon, but then 60s will be here again Wednesday, and 70 for your forecasted high on Thursday, along with a chance of some thunderstorms. I'll have more details with a look at the futurecast coming up shortly, but back to you, Isabella.
Thank you, Jenna. A critical deadline for full reimbursement from FEMA come and gone for Augusta.
Missing that deadline is also impacting one of our other local counties. Graham Lee reports.
Cleanup efforts continue here in the city of Louisville more than 4 months since Hurricane Helene. But by missing the 120-day reimbursement deadline from FEMA, city and county leaders say this will certainly be costly. While debris trucks continue to pick up piles of debris, repair projects are in the works around the city.
One of our structural damages, the major part was one of our airport hangars. We are now in the process of repairing that and should be done soon.
The storm also destroyed the entertainment stage in the city park. Instead of rebuilding it, city leaders are looking to reimagine the 15-year-old structure.
To rebuild it would be several $100,000. So right now we're trying to determine with an architectural firm exactly how do we want to rebuild it in terms of the structure and so on.
On the county level, more than 1 million cubic yards of debris have been picked up, stretching across Louisville, Rennes, and Wadley. But county leaders say by missing the deadline, the county is losing $17,000 to $18,000 a day. They have contacted state lawmakers because taxpayers will have to make up what won't be reimbursed.
We probably have another 150, 200 thousand cubic yards still left on the ground. We, some stumps and some things like that we'd like to pick up, but it's going to start to eat into our budget very quickly.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of $225,000 to $300,000 out of taxpayers of Jefferson County's money that they have to we have to put on millage rate, or we have to come up with some way to pay for all this that we hadn't got reimbursed from FEMA from.
If we just had another 30 to 60 days, we'd be in a lot better shape.
While the city and county are waiting for help from the nation's capital, leaders say they plan to continue making progress one day at a time. In Louisville, Graham Lee, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Census data shows Georgia has the 14th highest poverty rate in the country. Lawmakers say not tackling poverty and homelessness can lead to crimes like human trafficking, gang activity, and murders. According to Georgia data, 13% of Georgians fall below the poverty line. State makers say this points to having reduced child care costs and affordable housing solutions so families don't end up on the streets.
They want to allow counties the opportunity to at least have some type of rent stabilization. Some people may have called it rent control. In years past, Senator Donzella James actually presented that particular bill. And what that would allow is counties the opportunity. It's not forcing any county to do anything, but if they see where their rents are actually skyrocketing, they may have an opportunity, and it'll be up to them what they actually do, but they would have an opportunity to possibly have some kind of rent stabilization program.
Georgia's Attorney General says tackling public safety is also key for bringing new investments into the state. Bird flu is now being spotted in dairy cattle. As of today, there are no cases of this strain in dairy cattle in Georgia. The Georgia's Department of Agriculture has taken every test to make sure it stays that way.
The state of Georgia has tested over 1,000 dairy cattle prior to their movement. We've had no detections of HPAI. So at this point, Georgia is still HPAI free in our dairy cattle population, and our team at the Department of Agriculture is working every day with our dairy producers and our animal health professionals in the state to make sure it stays that way.
South Carolina health officials also say there is no evidence of the virus in cows in the state. Agriculture officials say Georgia and South Carolina will continue to do everything they can to make sure our dairy is safe from infection. Still ahead, a local woman turning 107. We'll take you to the celebration after the forecast. And the temperatures are going to be much cooler overall this week, along with cloudy skies and rain chances. I'll have your full Viper 6 forecast after this break.
The live Viper 6 Skyview Network, sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. So yesterday we got very warm, all the way up to a high of 81 degrees at Augusta Busch Field, and that actually tied our record set back in 1951 or 57. So it was definitely an abnormally warm day, and now we're back to chilly conditions with temperatures in the mid 40s towards the northeast
and low 50s down towards the southwest. Now we have a big variety of temperatures all across the southeast with 70s across the Florida Peninsula, 60s along the Gulf Coast, near freezing in Oklahoma City, and in our neck of the woods, a lot of 40s, but even 37 up in Raleigh. High pressure is driving in that northeast wind. We're under the wedge effect with that stalled frontal boundary out to the west of us and some areas of scattered showers and even winter weather to the north of us. So Georgia and South Carolina are dry for now, but we could see a few light showers through the night and tomorrow morning. Our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam is looking good though at SRP Park, just overcast skies, an east wind of 13 miles per hour. Visibility is good though despite the cloud cover. So 40 to 46 will be where we go down for our lows tonight. So even though it's chilly, we're still above that average low of 37. And tomorrow morning it will be chilly with the cloudy skies and that on and off chance of rain. Now I am expecting it to be pretty much dry in the afternoon as we climb into the low 50s, at least here in Augusta. Notice just to the north of I-20, highs are only going to be in the 40s. Then down towards the south, 60s in Swainsboro, Millen, and Sylvania. So definitely a lot different the further south you go. Then it becomes way different with two completely different seasons by Wednesday afternoon. Some of our northern counties still in the 40s for highs, the central CSRA in the 50s and 60s, but anywhere from Sandersville south will be in the 70s and even some possible upper 70s. But all of us will be cloudy with that chance of rain. So speaking of the rain, here's a look at our futurecast tonight at midnight. Cloudy skies, and then you can see as we get to around the 4 to 5 o'clock hour, we'll see a few sprinkles here and there, not really bringing much of an issue for your Tuesday morning commute. And then by the lunch hour, we're dry, and most of Tuesday is actually going to be dry. You can see we're going to have a series of different disturbances moving through the area, keeping a lot of moisture across the southeast. Here's tomorrow evening, as I mentioned, pretty much dry, just with some rain all around us, so still can't rule out the possibility of a stray shower. Then this warm front lifts to the north of us. This is Wednesday around 10 a.m. A better chance of rain there across the entire CSRA. And then another big batch of rain moving in Wednesday night into Thursday, and this is ahead of a cold front passage. So as that warm front lifts to the north, we're in the warm sector, so some instability will be around, and that could fuel some thunderstorm development on top of some heavy rain. But overall, those rainfall totals now through Friday, mostly only up to an inch. Some of our northern counties up to 2 inches. The big swath of flooding concerns, though, that big swath of heavy rainfall will be well to our north and west, though, anywhere from the Tennessee Valley down to northern Louisiana. That 10-day forecast is showing the highest chance of rain being on Thursday, 70% chance as we warm up to 70 degrees. Dry on Friday, which is Valentine's Day, so that's great for any plans you may have, high of 61. The rain chances will return over the weekend, though, and that will be due to a more powerful cold front, which will then drop our temperatures down to below freezing next Monday morning. So even though it's been feeling like spring lately, it's not time to put the winter weather gear away just yet.
Temperatures are going to be everywhere.
Yes, literally. All over the place this next 10 days.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jenna. A local woman is celebrating a special milestone today. Miss B. Kinsey is turning 107. I got the chance to attend a special celebration that was held in her honor.
Miss B. Kinsey was born and raised in Warren County on a farm. She received a letter from Congressman Rick Allen congratulating and celebrating her on being the longest living resident of Warren County.
Love Ms. B. We're honored to have her. She's a great patient. She's a joy to all the staff and residents, and it's just a great day to recognize her.
She is currently a resident at Gibson Health and Rehab in Gibson. She is known as a busy bee who loves to take care of her roommate, go to church, socialize with all her friends, play bingo, and arts and crafts.
She's had a life that we all would cherish to have. And she's happy, and she loves everybody, and we just love her, and we just wanted this day to be so special for her on her 107th birthday.
She spent her birthday with friends and staff who threw her a party to recognize her. When asked by friends on advice on how to live a long and healthy life, her message is simple: to keep on living.
Try to be love and kind to everyone. You may. But put your trust in the good Lord. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you.
She was thankful for everyone who came out to make her special day.
I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everything.
Still ahead, President Trump has announced new tariffs on
.com. Channel 6 on Instagram. The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
The 24-2 Augusta Christian boys basketball team squared off against Hammond in the South Carolina 4A region battle. The 24-2 Lions hosting the Hammond Skyhawks in a back-and-forth game to start here. Uzziah Morton gets the bucket and the foul. He had 15 points on the night. Then it's Amir Tolbert who drives straight to the basket for the layup to go with his 14 points. A total team effort all around here with 4 players scoring in double figures, with sophomore Ty Shine leading the way with a team-high 19 points. The Lions get the 71-56 win to clinch the region championship. And the high school basketball regular season officially wrapped up in the Peach State with the Georgia High School Association and Georgia Independent Athletic Association beginning region tournament play starting Monday. The top 4 teams in any region automatically go to their respective state tournaments. Region championships now on the minds of every team heading into it, but teams could punch their ticket to state if they win at least one game. How teams finish in the region tournament also determines the seeding at state. The top 2 teams get to host the first round state tournament games. For a full list happening throughout the week, head on over to our website, WJBF.com, for more details. In the Palmetto State, Barnwell's Brian Smith was named the South Carolina Athletic Coaches Association Coach of the Year in January. The News Channel 6 sports team paid a visit to Barnwell High School earlier this afternoon to discuss the Coach of the Year honor. We also spoke with the Barnwell principal. He expressed his thoughts on the award, what's next for Barnwell in the off-season, why he enjoys his profession, and much more.
I've known Coach Smith for a long time, know what he's about. Just does a great job with our guys and what he pours into them. And
I got in this business not really to win championships. Yes, we want to, but we got in this business because we want to make a difference in people's lives, and that's what we try to do every day. And so as long as we can continue to do that, we're going to keep doing it.
And more on Barnwell head coach Brian Smith and everything else you need to know with our brand new show, 6 Sports Saturday, coming. Gabriel Stovall and I will get you ready for the weekend ahead and take you behind the scenes to meet the people who make the big moments happen. The second episode of 6 Sports Saturday starts at 9:30 a.m. right after Good Morning Augusta. In the ACC Conference, Clemson coming off an upset win over Duke on Saturday, looking to keep that momentum going against North Carolina. The Tigers controlled the game from start to finish. 3 players scored in double figures, with Victor Locken leading the way with 22 points, followed by Chase Hunter with 19 points. Clemson was on fire from downtown, draining 12 3-pointers. They get the 85-65 win over UNC, improving to 20-5 on the season. That's it for sports. We'll be back.
Dave's been very excited about
Clouds and rain chances this week, along with cooler temperatures, and then next week it gets even colder, down to below freezing next Monday morning.
A hotel in the Netherlands had an unexpected guest. A gray seal was spotted in one of the rooms taking a nap. Rescuers say the seal did get a little grumpy when it was woken up and removed, but eventually brought back to the seashore.
Wow. What are the chances of that?
That's fair. I'd be grumpy too. I want to be nice and warm.
Oh, what a cutie, though. I've never seen one in real life.
Me neither. Well, that's it for now. Our next news is at 4:30 a.m. Have a good night.
Thank you for donating and shopping to help us save homeless pets.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honeymichael here with Hardwood Floors and More. We truly appreciate the opportunities we've had to work in so many homes over the years. And now we want to invite you to our showroom to discover why we are the company that friends recommend. Our quality products, knowledgeable staff, and the tremendous skill set of our technicians is what has made Hardwood Floors and More the most trusted locally owned business for over 30 years. Hardwood Floors and More, so much more in store for you.
If I said to you,